I'm bored! Entertain me.
Hey, what's going on, motivators? My name's Coparusa.
And I'm Wise Jesse.
Welcome back to some more Death Battle. We have a very, very interesting battle that my brother and I have been discussing about because we don't know who might take this one, honestly. So if you guys want to skip to the battle, just skip to the time that's on the screen, and then you just go watch from there. But if you got a quick minute, as always, let's get down to some business. Okay, first and foremost, some business. I'm a little behind with uploading videos. I've got them recorded, I've got them edited, the Meat Canyon ones and a few others. So procrastination on my part, so those are going to be up soon. It seems, at first, you would think Tetsuo on this one. You know, because, he's a telekinetic, he's a telepath.
Anytime we blew up Japan, well, part of Japan.
Yeah. Bomb that bitch again.
It was gone.
Yeah, but one thing a little side note, one thing I always thought was funny with Akira, if you put it to the culture today, the storyline, the 2020 Olympics was supposed to happen, and then some major world event happened that prevented it from happening, and we went through the Corona shit. So it's like, did Japan know? But really, with this one, I don't know. Like, I think Tetsuo would have it at first, because he went to fucking space, and took out a satellite. He grew his arm back, and then at the end of Akira, he exploded. There's that big explosion. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but that's what I do remember. But then you have Magneto, per the comics, he's had a longer publication history.
Yeah, he has more time to do things. Yeah,
so you're talking about a seasoned vet versus, a whiny brat who wanted to be #1. So, not the insult, Akira fans out there. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know.
I don't know, just flip a coin on this one. I'm gonna go with.
I'm undecided.
I'm gonna go with Magneto.
Leaning a little more towards Magneto.
Because it's Magneto.
Yeah, because there's Nito in the name, like Nito. If you guys know Pete Holmes, then good on you, you're cultured. But this video is also 18 minutes long, so they must have dived in a little bit more with this. And I know we're supposed to do like a unique color background for the characters, but it's just like I couldn't.
Red's good.
Yeah, Tetsuo has a red cape, Magneto's got red. It's just red.
Death everywhere.
Yeah. So, but anyway, let's just jump on into this and find out like how they determine this one. But pretty sure they're gonna lean towards Magneto, because comic book characters versus anime characters always tend to lean towards comic book characters. Like look at Thor versus Vegeta.
Yeah, poor Vegeta.
Yeah. All right, let's dive on it.
I giggled.
Magneto, Marvel's mutant master of magnetism.
Tetsuo Shima, Akira's telekinetic
That forehead.
Yeah. That's why they're fighting. They have big heads.
Not just in their worlds, but also the very mediums they exist within.
He's wears an iron boomstick.
And it's our
I can't wait for the Akira movie to come out.
and skills to find out
Are they making one?
There's been talk about it.
Keanu Reeves.
As who?
The short duration of modern civilization. Likely no conflict tested humanity more than the Second World War. In the primary Marvel 616 universe, this fact is no different. Especially to
Ziggy,
the
ziggy, oi, oi, oi.
You may know him as Magnus, Eric, or Max, but if you ask him, he'd say his true name is Magneto.
As a Jewish child in Nazi Germany, Magneto's early life was, well, extremely traumatic.
Brotherhood of Evil Mutants!
Certain death with his future
Hellfire Club, Hellfire. They're a cult.
Thanks to his unexpected vacation
They play D&D.
Yeah, they played
the mark of a
D&D.
super
Fucking Hellfire Club.
settling down in Russia with his new family, the KGB quickly found out about this quirk, so they burned his house down with his own daughter inside.
Naturally, he snapped and killed them all. I don't blame him. I'd do that too. Too bad his wife didn't get it and ditched him though. But that's when Magneto made a choice. Since humans hurt him his entire life, he'd do the same to them in the name of mutants everywhere.
At first, Magneto turned to the telepathic
I can
power of
walk.
Charles Xavier
So
and his
if Magneto is considered
heroes.
evil, does that make him an evil Jew?
Evil Jew. Evil Jew.
The human race. So, Magneto formed his own
Right.
the Brotherhood.
Yep,
Magneto
because
can telekinetically move, bend, and reshape any metal he's aware of. Bullets, vehicles, buildings, you name it. Even himself when he manipulates his personal magnetic field for flight and energy barriers.
Magnetokinesis is far more versatile than it would appear at first glance. The blood in your body has iron in it. The air has traces of lead and mercury. Whole mountains are lined with metallic ore. The Earth itself is surrounded
that's the big
by a
thing. That's the
literal
big thing.
magnetic field.
So many toys for Maggie to play with. He can detect magnetic fields at such a huge range, he can even pinpoint Earth's magnetic rays while stranded on a planet in another galaxy. And guess what? He was able to use those rays to pull himself back to Earth in a single day.
His range is even more remarkable than that. Did you know that in 1820, physicist Hans Christian Ørsted discovered that electric
Hans?
currents, like those of electric
It's Hans.
produce their
Hans,
own
his brother
magnetic
Franz,
fields.
Dans.
Magneto can fine-tune his control to affect these very subatomic particles. Dummy here will illustrate such a particle.
Might as well just say Magneto's gonna win this.
My life is as meaningless as an atom is small.
So what you're saying is Magneto could, like, yank one of those out.
Correct, potentially changing an atom's entire chemical makeup. However, neutrons do
Oh,
not have a charge.
Boomstick's happy about that.
Just those to accommodate the atomic mass, the atom would become unstable and
Freedom.
that. Magneto's violent protest against humankind clashed with Xavier's peaceful reconciliation, not unlike the ideologies taught by Malcolm X and Dr. King, by whom Stan Lee and Jack Kirby were inspired. Magneto would spend most of his career pushing Xavier away to prove his philosophy superior, which meant doing battle with Xavier's school of
I was just thinking about the theme song, Tim.
And while his mind powers are no joke, but thanks to Magneto's psionic repelling helmet, Professor X couldn't touch him. Magneto survived Cyclops' earth-splitting lasers, absorbed the power of the sun to battle Iron Man, ripped the adamantium skeleton out of Wolverine's body.
Oh, yeah, that was
and
brutal.
taken on Hercules himself. You know, the Greek legend, Zero to Hero, the guy who held up the skies of Olympus for Atlas? That Hercules.
Seems sensible. Magneto once used the Earth's magnetic field to overwhelm the
You know, Magneto wielded
which can
Mjolnir
effortlessly destroy
by using the
planets,
magnetic force
let alone
around it, so he
far
cheated.
more.
Hell, if he
Yeah.
really wanted to, Magneto could
Cheater.
totally just fling the Earth off its axis.
It's entirely possible he may have eventually resorted to just that. Over time, it became clear Magneto's war was doing far more harm than good for his fellow mutants, however well-intentioned he may have been at first.
Luckily, he later realized he was going a bit overboard and began reevaluating his perspective. Good for you, Mags. It's really tough.
Pretty
to
ripped for a
recognize
7-year-old.
the bad.
It took time and patience not just from Magneto, but also from his peers. Yet eventually, his path was completely changed. He even became a leader for Xavier's X-Men.
But don't let his new goody two-shoes ways fool you. Whenever there's a threat to mutants, you can bet Magneto will be there to annihilate it. Forever. By any
Oh, by the way,
means
that
necessary.
coin in the movie, the reason he wasn't able to manipulate it first, because it's
Over 30
90%
years ago,
silver.
a new type of bomb
shit.
was set
Yeah,
off over Tokyo,
so-
and 9 hours later,
That was rigged from the start.
Welcome to 2030, or 2019 if you're watching. The buildings are taller, the motorcycles are cooler, and the future is brighter. Oh, wait, not really. If you find yourself in the capsule gang, you'll meet Shotaro Kaneda, who's like your
Canada.
Facebook enemy Chad. Gets the ladies, beats the
Shotaro
baddies,
Kaneda.
and the sweetest rigs. Man, I need to
You know,
get
somebody
more of
actually
those.
built that bike and sold it for charity.
Little
Yeah.
brother of
Yeah.
Good on him.
Canada's best
I think he made like
friend,
135
Tetsuo.
grand off of it.
He's, well,
The exact opposite. A total wimp. As a kid, Tetsuo in his college thesis forehead got bullied.
You were just talking about his forehead, too.
Came to the rescue.
eventually the two went to vocational school together and formed the Capsules. But Tetsuo was never satisfied with Kaneda being the leader of the pack. Tetsuo desired more than anything to be top dog.
Oh, I can just see that monkey's paw curling in my mind. Or that kid walking down the street. Shit, Tetsuo, what's that? That definitely should have killed him. But since it didn't, Tetsuo earned himself a ticket to military confinement. Turns out they had an under-the-table program for...
It's also cool that Kanye West used
In the
that scene
same
as inspiration for one of his music videos.
Jump-starting the war, Tetsuo became Japan's Esper number 41.
He may not have been a natural with bikes, baddies, or babes, but this telekinesis stuff hit
Yeah.
different.
This is basically anime Stranger Things when you think about it.
Strawberry jelly. Tetsuo got what he wanted. Power, along with the hunger for more of it.
A hunger that used
He
to
became
only
a
be
Democrat.
Not just any gateway drug. Pills so potent that a single gram of the stuff could kill you.
So, pretty bad. Kinda reminds me of college days, huh? Snow wizard.
Tetsuo is constantly increasing psionic energy, growing more and more powerful over time. This is due to Tetsuo's
That's such a cool scene.
quote, the
Yeah.
memories of the universe, end quote. It's weird.
Either way, Tetsuo leveled up from lame gangbuster to certified badass. This guy is a walking natural disaster. His telekinesis can shake the planet, easily cause earthquakes over a dozen miles below the surface. He can summon psychic barriers for defense and crush foes with friggin' gravity wells. He can dart around as a literal bolt of lightning or
Ooh.
even teleport in an instant.
Tetsuo's telekinesis can be so precise he can target.
See, I never actually read the manga, so I don't know if the manga has extra shit in
severe
it.
wounds quickly,
Yeah.
but even after losing a whole
Ugh.
limb, he can craft a new one using whatever nearby materials he wants.
With these powers,
And after that, he became the Winter Soldier.
His approval. Tetsuo tasted that
How would you
shit
bet
and he was
young
hooked.
Spider-Man's looking at, they're like, he has a metal arm? That's so cool.
Concealing even more power, he rampaged through Tokyo to find him.
And this is where versions of the story differ.
Spoilers ahoy!
You may be familiar with the 1988 animation, where Akira had been dissected for research. However, in the original manga, Akira is not only alive,
Ooh.
but even more powerful.
Once that little runt nuked Tokyo,
It took 2 pages to show that.
Empire with Akira and himself as its leaders. But he ended up just abusing the position for endless sex and inflating his ego.
With Kanada's rebellion at his front door, Tetsuo took a turn for the worse. He had to fight.
Tetsuo's defeated other powerful espers, dodged light-speed lasers, and jumped to the moon faster than anyone could blink, and then punched a big old hole in it. And if you ask,
Saitama would say something about that.
would be right because it totally did. Screwed the planet, I guess. Stupid moon.
Which brings us to Tetsuo's folly. His abuse of his powers spiraled until he lost control. Unfortunately for Kanada's rebellion, this did not make Tetsuo an easier enemy to confront. Exactly opposite, in fact, has Tetsuo painfully mutated into an unstoppable behemoth.
Yep, that's not totally disturbing at all.
I'm happy to say the manga's version is even more disturbing.
I mean, I know babies can be monsters, but that's a whole nother level.
It is pain incarnate. I can relate. Another Esper described Tetsuo's struggle as ego death, which has multiple definitions, but in this case is likely symbolic of the version attributed to drug use.
Yeah, it's described as a
Oh, it's the Afro guy.
one's own identity. Like how LSD can emulate a wild out-of-body experience, and you come back with a new perspective. Though this is maybe a little more extreme. In fact,
Was that Rick
you
and
could
Morty?
say Tetsuo was shedding his human body to play with the powers of a
Yeah,
god.
yeah, it's Rick and
I
Morty.
wish I could shed out of my body, but in this case, Tetsuo going full out of body meant becoming a mound of raw, ever-expanding energy.
Which almost nuked Tokyo all over again. And those explosions are not normal. I would know.
Top scientists in both the manga and animated versions describe these
Man, they're really
explosions
diving
as
deep into this.
births of a new universe.
Given its properties of nuclear fusion and proton collapse, Tetsuo's mutated form was likely creating a Big Bang.
You know, the thing that started our whole universe?
Right, in the manga, it instead ended the Espers and their abilities once and for all.
Oh.
A testament that humankind is unsuited
Okay, now they
to
make a
wield the
movie.
powers of the divine.
What are they gonna
No,
do?
the anime is even
Based
more
from the
dramatic.
anime or
Thanks to
manga?
Akira and
Yeah.
his buddies, Tetsuo got so high on ego death, he ascended time-space to become god of a new universe. That kind of worth it, right?
And yet,
Tetsuo obtaining
Kanada
Omni
takes
signs
Emperor
is not
in
canon.
his honor, now as the Great Akira Empire. Ironically, in death, Tetsuo finally received the attention he so desperately craved. Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data.
Alright.
It's morbing time! I'm never gonna get tired of that meme. I don't think anybody is for a while.
Yeah.
Even in Japan, they fail to recognize our superiority.
Wrong country, Grandpa! You're an Akira turf now!
That was quick.
Yeah.
You're dead meat!
The fact that I can read these signs.
Impudent child!
The hell are you calling child? I make the rules around here!
I like the animation, 2D and 3D.
Yeah. Alright, so Tetsuo's probably just like to Magneto. He's just another mutant.
Yeah.
Politics for the master of magnetism.
Whole freaking building. Ooh, that forehead vein. Ooh.
Your history, scumbags!
Jesus.
Alright, him with combo. That was a picture of M. Bison just now, I don't know why.
What?
That's a picture of M. Bison.
Yeah. Jesus. Whoa! Whoa, that made me sneeze. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Damn. Why are you choking yourself?
Enough tantrums to last a lifetime.
Oh no.
Nemesis?
Good call. Oh god. Oh, yeah, his helmet. That's good. Ooh. Oh, he took the iron in the blood. Oh.
Draw.
Poor child.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
What the hell just happened? Was that all just in his mind, or? Ooh. Ooh. Dirt. Boom! Headshot! Oh, that was nice.
You are welcome.
Huh. Respect.
How do you stop him though?
I know, that kind of blew my mind. Like, what the fuck just happened there? Tetsuo! Canada!
Tetsuo's esoteric telekinesis and other bizarre abilities certainly gave Magneto pause, but the Master of Magnetism had greater control over his foe.
The numbers don't lie. Tetsuo cratering the moon was insane, but Magneto punched Iron Man with the force of the sun. And while Tetsuo jumped all the way to the moon, Magneto could move across galaxies.
Against Tetsuo in his human form, Magneto obviously held a sizable advantage in power and speed.
But stats aren't all that matters. With his precise telekinesis, Tetsuo could just target Magneto's organs. GG, right?
Yes, but Magneto had similar skills. There are very few substances on Earth that lack any metallic or magnetic component, and Magneto is very creative with his powers.
Which he could use to predict Tetsuo's teleportation and even shut down his telekinesis. And his scraps with Xavier prove he could handle Tetsuo's messing with his head. The biggest challenge for Magneto was when Tetsuo's gross mutated power came into play.
Especially given how the detonations from this form were compared to that of a Big Bang. Although the authenticity of that observation is questionable. In truth, the Big Bang was a sudden expansion of matter on a universal scale, whereas Tetsuo's explosions are more akin to nuclear blasts.
Yeah.
Purely intentional given the post-war symbolism of the Akira story.
The whole creating an alternate universe bit wasn't even part of the original material, so we can't exactly call it canon.
But
Okay, yeah.
let's just say the comparison wasn't superfluous. Let's say Tetsuo did in fact cause a Big Bang capable of creating or destroying an entire universe, alternate or otherwise.
Turns out Magneto had the tools to stop that too. Helmet Head could overpower Hercules, who was strong enough to hold up the skies of Olympus, which is literally heaven and an alternate universe.
This doesn't necessarily mean Magneto could easily destroy a universe with the snap of his fingers, but it does prove he can match a similar level of power. And context is everything. Tetsuo's Big Bang eruption specifically
Man,
exhibited
they are really going into
collapse,
this.
meaning its atomic structure was primarily an unstable mess of neutrons and electrons. And Magneto has detected and commanded unstable electrons before. This means Magneto had every means of...
Oh, okay, I get it. As that blast was going, he was containing it.
And I thought he could just move some metal around. It's like the question posed
That's
by
crazy,
some of the
guys.
greatest prophets of our time.
Magneto won. That's all I gotta say.
How do they even
Magneto's astonishing power and intelligent control over all things magnetism triumphed in the end.
Tetsuo pushed his luck, but didn't have the metal to pull off the win.
The winner is Magneto.
Alright, who's next?
Thank you for watching this episode. If you'd like to directly support the whole Death Battle team, click that join button and
I was gonna
consider
fight.
becoming a member.
Yeah,
It was good.
They really dug deep into that. Alright, what do we got? Space. Okay. What is this? What the hell is this? The
That's
fuck? Whoa! Whoa!
Hercules versus Sun Wukong.
Whoa! Hold
Sun
on.
Wukong.
Hercules versus Sun Wukong.
Yeah, basically Superman versus Goku.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Holy shit! They're putting mythological gods against each other.
Yeah, ancient Goku versus ancient. Well, I mean, it is Goku basically.
That's the thing. How do you measure mythology with science? Like,
There's a way.
I mean, unless they go off of like different versions of these characters, then yeah, they could do that. But man, Hercules versus Sun Wukong. My mind immediately went
Demigod versus a god, though.
to Oh yeah, that's right. Hercules is a demigod. But my mind immediately went to like Disney's Hercules with Ruby's Sun Wukong. There's a character in
Really,
there.
I went to the fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Why would you go to that one? Or the other crappy one no one saw. Exactly. Alright guys, so that was the battle, but man, they really went into that deep. Like I thought it was really cool the way that ended though. You know, Tetsuo just wanted help, Magneto gave it to him. Yeah, that was really good.
Kill.
Yeah, like I said, that one scene. That one scene where the explosion happened and Magneto did that. Like, I'm pretty sure he was containing the explosion, but Hercules versus Sun Wukong, how deep are they going to go into that? I'm just going to have to find out.
When
Yeah.
is it?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, June 19th.
Son of a bitch.
Alright guys, so that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. If you did, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you thought. And let us know your opinion on this upcoming battle. Hercules. Oh, Hercules. They better throw one of those in there.
Sun Wukong.
Yeah.
Trickster god.
But yeah, I'm gonna get the other.
Is a monkey, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the monkey god.
Good for him.
Yeah, played by Jet Li at one point.
Yeah.
That was
Jackie Chan.
Alright guys, again, I'm gonna get the other reactions up too. Again, procrastination on my end.
Procrastination.
Alright, until then, we'll see you in the next one, alright? Oh, sorry? Procrastination? Procrastination?
No, because procrastination, I'm not finishing it.
Oh. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next one.
Later.
Later.